So on Reddit, can you ask him how you can find viable deals in today in tremendously compressed cap rate markets?
Yeah, well, I think you know that it's a tremendously compressed cap rate because you're looking at listings by brokers, and we don't. Our brokers bring projects to us, but they know what we're looking for and what not to, and that comes from, again, beating them to the punch, and it's the mailers. It's sending out mailers. It's pulling on doors, opening up the doors to these facilities, talking to the person behind the desk. Sometimes it's the owner, sometimes it's the property manager that can give you access to the owner, and having a discussion with them to say, hey, we'd like to buy your facility when it's time to do so, and working out a price between them, between you and the seller directly, versus something that has a bunch of eyeballs on it in a crazy market where they know that they can get a lower cap rate.
So what is a typical cap rate? I mean, it's kind of a weird answer because it's nationwide. It differs.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, what is a typical cap rate you see from a broker, and what's the typical cap rate that you buy at?
Yeah, and layer on top of that Class A, Class B, Class C. So the Class A facilities, as we mentioned, crazy compressed cap rates. Their cost of capital is zero. It's cash or 2% from their credit lines, and so they can buy at a 4 or 5 cap. We're seeing a lot of these, Class A facilities. All things being equal, saying stabilized 75, 80%, 85%. Say right around a 5 cap or below that if it's stabilized. We're selling, and we've seen these facilities trade. We develop these facilities, and some of ours have been trading when they sell at certificate of occupancy, meaning it's been built. We haven't rented one unit yet, and a REIT will come by and buy that facility based upon the future cash flow and give us a 6 to 6.5 cap on the future NOI.
100% pro forma.
100% pro forma. Yeah, because they know. I mean, they've got our feasibility study and everything else.
Well, they got the data.
They got the data on it. Yep.
Yeah.
So all that aside, let's say it's a stabilized facility, in a top MSA, Class A, 5, sub 5 in some cases, whereas a Class B facility, so it's outside the MSA a little bit. Single story, maybe some climate control, maybe not climate control, not the savviest manager, a little older facility, a little bit of maintenance, that's trading in that probably 6% range, 7% range, and then 7% and above. If it's a rural, the further out you go, deferred maintenance, first generation property maybe has a lot of 5x5s, which aren't really in favor much anymore. No website, no temperature control, maybe no gravel, no fence, no nothing. You're kind of starting from scratch.
Man, it sounds like these are better returns than apartments.
Yeah, it is. We've seen that.
And less headache.
Over the past 25 years, self-storage average annual returns has been right around 16.85% percent return. Multifamily is about 12.9. Office is just a little over 12, and retail is just a little over 12, and the S&P is 7%. So we would rather be that fish in the pond, which it's a smaller pond, a smaller amount of people fishing in it, and in this unsexy, unglamorous self-storage business of 10 by 10 metal boxes on concrete slabs, but it's outperforming the rest of the market by multiple basis points.
The math works really well.
The math works really well.
Yeah.